Okay, we're back. So, in the last episode, I was trying to do that training exercise, which I guess it's sort of an achievement to try to do three things in a training exercise. I can say that after having tried off camera for like about 2 hours, it's not fucking possible. It's not fucking possible. And I went online, and some people did it on easy, but on normal, it's fucking impossible. It's not. You actually have to. Not only do you have to kill somebody with an archer, the form the shield wall is pretty easy. Kill somebody with an archer, but then hitting three people at once with a varl is next to impossible. It just doesn't happen. You just even if you hit one guy, the enemies never line up that way. So it's just too much of a fucking waste of time. Too much of a fucking waste of time. You look at all the food freshly placed in the supply carts. What's all this about? You ask Oddleaf. The clansmen are trying to help as much as possible now, she says. Whenever they can, they'll forage for nuts and berries or fish and hunt. Oh, that's nice. She hands you a piece of fruit. They may not know how to fight, but they can keep us alive by keeping us fed. Good stuff. A crowd begins to cheer from one of the longships as a man struggles with his fishing net. As his catch nears the surface, some voice concerns. You're close enough to make out a large shape and what looks like fur or hair in the net. Your arrow finds its mark just before the net breaks the water. Those around you applaud your quick thinking. Whatever's in that net won't have much of a fight left in it, says a man beside you. Bear cub, shouts the man with the net. Long dead. What's it mean? Superstitions blow across the ships like a gale. Talk of plagues and famine make eyes go wide. You notice Bulwark at the bow of his ship, staring at the cub and brooding more than usual. Yeah, we got great morale still, so no fucking big deal, yo. Morale declined again. Still good, though. Time on the cramped longships is proving too much for the children. They're climbing ropes, interrupting rowers, and constantly leaning over the sides to touch the water. Some Varl and clansmen look annoyed. I guess the thing that you usually say to kids is when we'll all be there soon. We're all making sacrifices, you say loud enough for everyone to hear. But it won't be forever. You hear some grumbling, but the members of the caravan mostly nod their agreement. A desperate-looking lot of adults in a varl stand on the shoreline waving you down. You probably look similar going anywhere with either. They look hungry, but can they be trusted? Usually not, right? Now let's see what they want. The basics, the Varl says. Food, safety, trade routes are empty. Of the 24 humans, half look like they've seen battle. Everyone carefully files onto a couple of the less burdened ships and starts eating. Clip, the Varl says, which you take as his name and as his appreciation. Pretty good morale still, though. Smoke from a village catches everyone's attention, and the longships begin to slow. I doubt these scraps of wood we're floating on can hold many more, Ivor says. You feel the governor's gaze on you, and he slowly shakes his head. Uh-oh. Yeah, Ivor's sort of saying it's not a good idea, right? The other ships follow your lead while nearly everyone averts their eyes from the smoking village. Rugga looks impressed. Yeah, it sucks to be them, that's for sure. A large clump of hazelnut trees looks like a good place for clansmen to stretch their legs and gather supplies. Once on land, the children laugh while kicking around leather-wrapped balls of rags. You notice a Varl on the edge of the clearing, silently staring into the woods. He's watching a lone dredge grunt stalk a squirrel. Might be 100 of them in these woods. The Varl's whisper is still loud enough to scare the squirrel and alert the grunt. It looks at you and the Varl before slowly backing up. Can watch the dredge and track it, or back away, kill it before it alerts others, get the entire caravan back on the ships. Let's leave it alone. You hold up your hands and back away too. The Varl follows your lead, and the dredge cocks its head, watching. It then turns and runs. The caravan later discusses what it could mean, but all seem too overjoyed by the amount of nuts they collected to worry. Oh, great morale.
Carved rock on a vacant island. Aselai's godstone almost looks lonely.
She's even more beautiful than the songs say. Oh, cool. Cool godstone. Oh, I didn't realize I was supposed to click this goddess. The clansmen and Varl are admiring the godstone when you notice some are missing. It's Bolverk and his ravens, Aleo says. They look rather upset by my music and all the singing. He shrugs. If they'd rather hang around that large cart instead of joining us. I won't take it personally, but come closer. Let me introduce you to Alice. You are to Alice Lay, the god of streaming waters. She is the curves of every river. She is the curves of every river, a guide for those of us traveling unfamiliar lands. The skald runs a finger over small etchings in the stone, inscriptions from all those who were lost, but found a way back home with her help. Some say her stone shows the struggle of leaving the familiar to see what's over the next hill. Aleo looks at the ropes, tied around parts of her, and smiles. Before the gods died, her stone supposedly stood tall and moved a few steps each year, so people are always trying to make sure she stays put. Aleo looks at you, grinning. Have you the strength to hold her, or a gift with which to entice her? You wrap your hands around one of the larger ropes and begin to pull. It feels as pointless as expected, and Asalei's godstone does not budge. Suddenly you are joined by Hakon and Ivar, who lend their great strength. Others quickly join until the rope snaps, and everyone sprawls into a laughing heap. You return to where the clansmen have set up camp and see someone, a woman in torn robes, slip from your tent. She blends in with the other families, and after making sure nothing is amiss in your tent, you let it go. Ooh, that sounds bad. That sounds bad. Okay, this is interesting. I can turn clansmen into fighters. Okay, if I seem a little bit hesitant in this episode, it's because the cat is desperately fucking with me. Like in every possible way, the cat is fucking with me. One sec. Okay. Let's speak to Sven. That's fine. Well, come on in and let's have a look at you, Sven, the trainer says. The trainer looks past you at some boys and girls eager to learn. Teaching fighting to the young, Sven muses. They won't go back to hunting and foraging for food, you know. Sure you want to go through with this? Oh, Sven blows out all his air through flapping lips. Then let's get it done. How many you want fighting with for you? Let's go for 100. We've got enough food and water to last us a day and a half? Sven asks. That's what it'll take for me to break them from running at the first sign of trouble. Yep, let's make it happen. Consider it done, Sven whistles through his missing teeth. Giggity 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 goo. Okay. Let's look at our heroes. I don't think we've done anything really. 12 renown. Gris has 13, so I can't do that. And Maugre I can do. Those two I can't, so let's do Maugre. And Maugre, get him max there. Okay. We got great morale. I don't know. Do I need to rest? The two Varro look deep in conversation, but Ivar catches your eye and waves you over. So, they've all armed themselves and are running from something, but what? Hakon's becoming a dredged scholar, trying to understand the motivations of our enemy. It's just strange that we've never seen their women fight until recently. Good thing, too. We might have lost the Great Wars. You think about what to say. I don't know how to describe this to you. The cat really is fucking with me. And, like, just fucking with me. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever had a cat fuck with you, but what it does is it just comes up, rubs against your legs. He's like knocking his ball around underneath my fucking computer. He's meowing. He's a fucking nightmare. But we're not going to return him to the pound just yet, right? Can you just stop? Can you just stop, please? Okay. What happened back then? A great deal of killing on both sides. Imagine waking up to dredge attacks every night. Back then, the sun actually set. You'd wake up to a sound and see nothing but glowing eyes around you. Ingvar probably told you we never got close to pushing them back from the depths they call home. Actually, Ivor has never said much about the past. Oh? Ivor says nothing, just holds Hakon's stare. Well, he's probably got more stories than you could hear in your short lifetime. Juno says there's a darkness coming. But what Valkas say and mean aren't always the same. They speak in riddles and prophecy. Still, it might explain why the dredge are everywhere, like someone kicked an anthill. Maybe whatever's coming hit them first. Or maybe it's just a new tactic for a new war. If they've learned to crack the ground and call a giant serpent, then we're all dead and just don't know it yet. Has anyone ever talked to a dredge? Both Varo look at each other. There are rumors that some have tried and been killed in the process. Lot of nonsense! Scald tales about the sound of a dredge's voice making your skin fall off. So there's been no communication with the enemy. Is that normal? We were too busy killing to worry about a fireside chat. Besides, they only ever make warbling sounds. I'd guess if anyone has talked to them, it would be the Valka. But good luck getting them to give you a straight answer. I'll leave you two to figuring out the big issues. You should know the clansmen have been talking about us killing women and children, dredge or not. It's not sitting well with everyone, which is probably the way it should be. I say, if it's us or them, we make sure we're still standing. Hakon's words weigh on you, but there's nothing more to say. Alright, it's time to get the fuck out of here. I love the little boats there. They're pretty neat. Get the music back on. I only turn it off when I kind of need to talk. Shouts from one of the rear longships grab everyone's attention. The quick construction is proving faulty and the ship is taking on water fast. With dredge on the bank and all the other ships almost at capacity, you consider your options. Bank the longships for repairs. Have the clansmen board other ships. Dump supplies to make room on other longships. Ask shipwrights for advice. Well, it seems like it would make sense to have the clansmen board the other ships, right? If we go ashore for repairs, some shit might happen. Several ships pull alongside the foundering vessel and start hauling others to safety. The rescue longships groan and dip with the new strain, but stay afloat. A mother kisses the head of her son and makes a gesture of thanks to you. And nothing happened there. Okay. A cool breeze across the water works its way into your cloak. You shift to block the wind and feel something press into your hip. You feel around and find an item in your pack, but do not remember obtaining it. Oh! The woman! It was the woman! Oh! Oh, I got an item. That's interesting. Some epic vistas here. Just for a second, it's really loud. I want to read this. The sheer cliffs and boulder-strewn waters of the southern bank dictate the longship's course. The droning sounds of the dredge accent their quicker pace as they follow your ships along the northern bank. Dust and mist make it hard to see ahead. A hissing, rumbling noise grows all around. Waterfall! Shouts the sharp-eyed Nid from the bow of her longship. Oars instantly reverse and you nearly lose your balance. Oh, what? Oh, let's turn that back on. The roar of the approaching waterfall clouds your thoughts. While all the clansmen you picked up keep the ships from being nimble, Nid's warning allows time to react. It's a struggle, but no longships are swept over the waterfall. The remaining ships' rowers pull hard, heading for the dredge-lined northern bank. In their haste, the vessels smash against sharp split rocks as they push towards the shore. Some fighters are thrown from the boats, sinking in mud under the weight of their armor. The longships are too spread out to command a unified landing. Amid the chaos, you look at those nearby. Gris, a stout Varro warrior, and a few others like him look ready to rush the dredge. Bolvark and his company are close to you, hauling their sealed cart off the ship. You consider your options. I'll do what I can, she says, grabbing a couple more quivers. Oddleaf nimbly climbs some rocks for a vantage point. Using the cover, she begins pinning down dredge. Okay, here we go. Let's get... yeah, let's get... Obviously, we want the Varls. Gris or Ivor? It's hard to tell. And then we want Nid as the archer. And I guess Avon's okay. I haven't had Eric in a while. Or I could have Gris instead of Avon. He would have a lot of Varls. Well, that would be okay. Because Rook... hack on. Yeah, let's go with all these Varls. We should be peachy keen here. I'll cover you from here, but don't expect any miracles. Okay, do we want to unify our guys? Nice shooting, Oddleif. Watch your flank, she says. Oh, what's that thing? Oh, what is that thing? More of those damn skulkers. Oh wow, there's a lot. Oh, nice shooting, Tex. Kill that one and make the others run. Okay. Oh, more of those little shits. A lot of renown we're getting here. She can't do much. She's way back here. Oh, nice. Nice. It was true after we killed that guy. Haken works his way through frantic clansmen on his way to you. You made some tough calls on that river. If those ships had been loaded down with more people, no telling how many we'd have lost. Thanks. Too bad the landing was so rough. Hakon squints into the distance. Their next attack is coming, and this time they'll come in force. I've led everyone to a dead end. No one blames you. All of this is unnatural. Just another sign of everything headed toward the depths. Juno and Avon approach. There may be a way out of this situation, a gamble to be sure, but we believe it's our only chance. Gods, it's bad when a Valka option is the only option. Worse than that, I can't promise everyone will make it. Juno gives Avon a look. Just tell me your plan. Avon sighs. With Juno's help, I think I can get us across the chasm, but it won't be easy for me or the caravan. I need to help Avon and calm these people so they are ready to march when he is ready. You need to keep this area clear of Dredge at all costs. If the sound of a war horn cuts her off and everyone turns to look, the Dredge assault begins. Rook, Hakon, you know what to do. It looks like the force you trained disrupted the size of the enemies. This could go either way, but a victory here will protect most of your clansmen. Juno and Avon move to the cliff's edge. Hakon, surveying the battlefield, says some supply barrels could make a few barricades for defense, otherwise it'll be a straightforward assault. Alright, well, this episode's run on a bit long, so I'm going to stop it here, and we will make this decision in the next episode.